Hi everyone, welcome to It's Tea Time, and it's time to spill the tea. My name is T Fam, and thank you so much for joining me on day 6 of my daily journal. I want to start off with what I'm grateful for today, and I am super grateful for my relationship and for my boyfriend. And the reason why I'm so grateful is this is the first healthy relationship that I've had with someone. And my boyfriend is the most supportive and loving partner that I've ever had. And he loves me for who I am. I think that I'm a pretty eccentric person, and he understands all the eccentricities about me. And not only that, like we have great communication, we love being with each other. There's just so much love in our relationship. Our intimacy is great. Just everything about this relationship is really healthy. Now, we're not perfect, okay? We're not perfect, but I'm really grateful that I have a partner that I feel really loves me and supports me. So I'm really grateful for my relationship and for my boyfriend. Now, this really feeds into what I want to talk about today. And what I want to talk about is self love. Now, I know that everybody talks about self love, and it's almost kind of even cheesy to even be like, I love myself. But the truth is if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone to love you? And how can you expect to be giving the best version of yourself in a relationship? I grew up with an abusive father. He was physically abusive and emotionally abusive. So I really grew up feeling like I was a bad person, that I was not lovable, that I must have been doing something wrong for my father to, treat me the way that he did. And so it really led me to feeling like I hated myself because I felt like no matter what I do, my father wants to hurt me. He wants to punish me. So it really led me to a place of feeling like I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, and that I don't like myself, that I hate myself. And since then, I've gone through like an eating disorder, I've gone through bad relationships, a bad divorce, financial problems. I've had a lot of things that have happened to me in life. And in all honesty, I know it's because I didn't love myself. And right after my divorce, I actually spent a good amount of time working on loving myself. And in all honesty, back then, I did get to a place where I felt like I loved myself. And then I thought the work was done. So I was like, oh, I love myself. And then I had a series of relationships and they didn't work out. And then recently, with COVID being in lockdown, shelter in place, once again, I felt like it was being brought to me that I don't love myself. I don't love myself. And so I felt like Spirit was telling me, T, it's time for you to look at yourself. It's really time for you to love yourself. And in all honesty, just a couple months ago, I was thinking about killing myself. And I honestly felt like, why am I like any good to anyone in this life? Like, who even wants me around? They're probably better off without me. And then my boyfriend suggested this book called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. And this guy just talked about how he was also on the verge of killing himself and how he got himself out of it. And it was simply by telling himself that he loved himself all of the time. And so my practice has been lately, for the last couple of months, that I tell myself I love myself. And I usually do it during my meditation time. And I do it where I almost do like I scan my body, and every time I scan my body, I tell myself I love myself. And I just say it over and over and over again. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And even today in my meditation, it was really cool because as I was telling myself, I love myself, I was starting to hear other messages coming through, and what higher source was telling me was that I am getting to a place where, like, in the background, I am loving myself and telling myself I love myself, but I'm also able to take in more information. So I do also want to share that part of the reason why I believe I'm feeling more joy in my life is because I've been doing the practice of loving myself. And I'm not going to go into all the different things that you can do to love yourself. There's a lot of information out there on things that you can do to love yourself. But what I do want to share is you're not going to really be the best version of yourself in a relationship or as a parent to your child, or, like if you are someone like me who works in a field where you help others. The first step is to loving yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you're not being the best version of who you are. So, kind of serious message, and I did share a lot about my own personal life today, and that's why this is called It's Tea Time and I'm Spilling the Tea. But it's also serious in the sense that loving yourself is the most important thing, and you should always be putting yourself first before anybody else. And we're taught that that's being selfish, but it's not. It's really not, because you are doing a disservice to yourself and to the people that you love and to the people that you want to help. So the first and most important thing is that you love yourself. Now, as humans, we're not perfect, right? We came into this body not to be perfect. We came into this body to learn lessons. Now, loving yourself comes in layers, just like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I worked on self-love and I thought I was done. No. So self-love is something that you always have to work on. So that's my message for the day. Self-love, loving yourself, because when you are loving yourself, you are the best version of yourself. And if you're not loving yourself, you are not the best version of yourself. And you're doing a disservice to yourself and to those around you, to the people that you love, to the people that you are of service to. So thank you so much for listening, for watching this video. If it resonates with you, please subscribe if you haven't already, and please share it with anyone if you feel like this is a message that they need to hear. Thank you so much, and till tomorrow. Bye.